It's finally here, the 1.0 full access release of Coral Island. I know a lot of us cozy gamers have been waiting for this day, and I'm sure I'm not alone in having played the early access version over the last year. It's a bummer about saves not being able to be transferred over, but it is exciting to think that 1.0 is so different that that's even the case. Initially, I wanted to make a straight up review video of Coral Island, but then when I started writing out what I considered to be the best parts of the game, I realized that it all centered around three things: accessibility, diversity, and inclusion. So today, instead of giving a typical review of what I consider to be one of the best life sims out there, I'm going to talk about what makes Coral Island one of, if not the most, inclusive life sims out there. Let's get started. First, let's talk about body types. Coral Island has a pretty wide array of bodies, which is wonderful to see. There are obviously characters who fit the stereotype of what is oft considered beautiful, like Luke with his chiseled jaw, tall frame, and muscular physique, and Alice with her long blonde hair and petite frame. But in my opinion, all of the characters are beautiful, especially the romanceable ones. It's nice to see men who are a bit skinny like Ben, or without any muscle definition like Charles, and women who are not a size 0 like Millie, or women with strong, muscular body types like Chem. There's even more body diversity to be found in characters with body modifications, like Yuri, with her dyed hair, piercings, and tattoos. I think Yuri's especially cool because she's a doctor, and that kind of breaks the stereotype of doctors being serious and tight-laced. In addition, there's also Randy, the local elementary school teacher who has a prosthetic arm, something I don't see often, though we do have Najuma and Palia with her prosthetic leg. And how could I forget about Suki, Alice's twin sister and mother to Valentina, who has visible stretch marks? Have you ever seen a character with stretch marks in a video game before? I know I haven't. Another positive point is that Coral Island is home to people of many races, ethnicities, and cultures. In fact, I would say most villagers are not white in this game. The main reason for this is probably that Stairway Games, the creator of Coral Island, is an Indonesian studio. You'll notice that a lot of the characters, names, environmental aesthetics, and lore come from Indonesia. But there are black and non-Indonesian POC characters as well, such as Noah, Ling, Valentina, and Waku, to name a few. We even have characters like Zara, who wears a hijab. This is something I'm starting to see a lot more in games, but when it comes to life sims, Coral Island is the first to do it that really stands out to me. Maybe it's because Coral Island is so comparable to Stardew Valley in a lot of ways that its significantly more diverse cast is so noticeable. The next point I want to talk about that makes Coral Island truly stand out even more is its accessibility options. Coral Island allows players to use dyslexic font, something I didn't even know about before playing the game, which is a typeface that makes it easier for people with dyslexia to read without issue. Other accessibility options include colorblind options, the ability to increase the size of text, the cursor, HUD, and hotbar, as well as the ability to slow in-game time for those who may feel pressured by time constraints. You can even change combat mode, running speed, in-game time format, low stamina animation, and more to further customize your experience to your liking. These are options that should exist in all games, and it's really good of Stairway Games to do this in order to allow more players to enjoy their game. Also, as a quick accessibility related tidbit, if you enter the community center, you can see that they rent out wheelchairs for free. I guess the people of Coral Island are also all about accessibility, and we love to see it. Finally, let's talk about the queer representation in Coral Island. As a gay man myself, this makes me beyond happy to see because it makes me feel seen. From the outset, you'll notice a few things while creating your character. 1. Body types are not listed as male, female, or masculine, feminine. 2. Clothing and hairstyles are not locked based on gender. And 3, you can choose between the titles Mr., Miss, and Mix, or type your own if you use something else. In addition, there are 2 non-binary characters in the game, Raj and Dippa, the former being a romanceable character, and the latter being married to another character named Emma. Speaking of relationships, of course, regardless of your gender, you can romance any of the 28 romanceable characters in the game. This is par for the course in most Life Sims games at this point, but it's still worth pointing out. Oh, and another little tidbit, the community center has a pride flag right outside its front door. Such a nice and welcoming detail. All of these reasons and more are why I love and recommend Coral Island to all gamers, especially you cozy gamers. Other than it just being a very fun and solid game, of course. The points I highlighted in this video are simple yet powerful additions to the Life Sims genre. After all, Life Sims games should be a reflection of real life, and there are so many different types of people in this world. I think it is so important for all of us to not only be able to have access to the games we want to play, but to also see ourselves in those games. I can only hope that more and more games, especially Life Sims games, follow in the footsteps of Coral Island. If you liked today's video, please be sure to leave a comment, give it a big thumbs up, and subscribe for more cozy gaming content. And if you want to check me out over on my other socials, including Twitch where I stream 3 days a week, check out all of my links in the description box below. I had such a good time filming and scripting this video. Accessibility, diversity, inclusion is so important to me, and I hope that it's important to all of you as well. Until next time, cozy gamers, stay cute.